Hello, everyone. Trudy here with Heal Wellness and Therapy. And today, not a therapeutic yoga class, but instead an exercise program that I have put together for you if you struggle daily with vertigo. So what today's class is going to include is a set of 7 exercises that are often known as Cawthorne-Cooksey exercises that will help you improve your gaze stabilization, or what is often known as your vestibular ocular reflex, improving not only your vertigo, your dizziness, but also improving your balance. The second part of today's class will be 3 sequential maneuvers or techniques that you can do if you are struggling with BPPV, Benign Positional Paroxysmal Vertigo. So stick with me. Let's go through some simple exercises that you can do every single day to beat that vertigo, as well as some techniques when that vertigo gets a little worse. Cawthorne-Cooksey or Cooksey-Cawthorne exercises for now on. We will name them gaze stabilization exercises to not get confused. Are simple exercises to help to connect the eyes to the ears. The first 2 exercises that we are going to be doing, we're going to be steadying our gaze on a finger. The first exercise, we'll be moving the finger, keeping the head still. The second exercise, we'll be moving the head, keeping the finger still. So have yourself in a standing position, feet hip to shoulder distance apart. Have something near you for balance. Maybe that's a wall, maybe it's a chair, maybe it's a bed. Then bring an arm up and out so that you've got a finger to gaze at. Steady your gaze on the finger, keep your head still. Inhale, lift the finger up, gaze goes with it. Exhale, bring the finger to the center, steady the gaze. Take an inhale, lower the finger, head stays still, but gaze goes with the finger. As you exhale, bring the finger back up to the center. Steady the gaze. Moving to the left, head stays still. Inhale, finger and gaze to the left. As you exhale, bring the finger and gaze back to the center. And then, moving to the right, head stays still. Inhale, finger and gaze to the right. As you exhale, finger and gaze back to the center. Relax your arm down. Second exercise, the finger is going to stay still. The arm is going to stay still. It's the head moving up and down or left and right. So steady your gaze on your finger. Then as you inhale, lift the head. Gaze stays to the finger. As you exhale, bring the head back down. Steady the gaze on the finger. Moving the head downward. Gaze stays on the finger. Bringing your head back upward, gaze stays on the finger. Moving the head to the left, keep the gaze on the finger. Moving the head back to the center, gaze stays on the finger. Finally, moving the head to the right, gaze stays on the finger. Moving the head back to the center, gaze stays on the finger. So the first 2 exercises, very simple to do. Repeat them 2 to 3 times. Add the breath if you can, inhaling and exhaling so that you don't hold your breath. Exercises 3 and 4 of gaze stabilization are about keeping your head and your gaze steady while you move your neck and your trunk. The first exercise, a little bit easier than the second exercise. The second exercise, closing your eyes. So please make sure you have something for balance if you need it. So bring your feet now nice and close together as you stay standing. Allow yourself to steady your gaze forward and look at something if you can. In yoga, we call that a dristi. So as you steady your gaze and your head, take an inhale and turn your trunk to the right. As you exhale, bring your trunk back to the center. Keep your gaze steady. Take an inhale, turn your trunk to the left. As you exhale, bring your trunk back to the center. Second exercise, the same maneuver, the same movement of turning your trunk side to side, but with your eyes closed, your gaze and your head steady. So, find something to hold onto if you know your balance is already compromised on top of your vertigo. Then, close your eyes, Keep your head and your gaze steady. Take an inhale. Turn your trunk to the right. As you exhale, bring your trunk back to the center. Then take an inhale. Turn your trunk to the left. As you exhale, bring your trunk back to the center. Gently opening your eyes. Doing both the exercises, eyes open, eyes closed, trunk rotation left and right, 3 to 5 times in a row. Exercise 5 and 6 of gaze stabilization require you to walk while you're turning your head for gaze stabilization. So find somewhere that you can hold onto a counter, hold onto a bed, or hold onto a wall. I like to work on doing this exercise not only walking forward, but also walking backwards. So begin with, as you start stepping, keep your head forward. Then turn your head and keep your head to the side. Then change direction of walking and then turn your head back forward. Walking, turn your head to the opposite side, then bring it back to the center. Walking backwards, turn your head to the side, and then bring it back to the center. You can complete this exercise walking a long distance down the hallway, slowly turning your head, pausing for 1 to 2 steps, bringing it back to the center. The benefit of practicing walking forward and backward is that it will also improve your balance when you're doing exercises or activities in your life that require backward movement. Number 6 exercise is exactly the same concept as number 5. But rather than pausing your gaze as you take a step or two, you're going to constantly be turning your head side to side as you walk forward and backward. So find something if you need to hold on to so that you do not lose your balance. Start with your gaze and yourself facing forward. Then as you walk, turn your head side to side. Pause as you begin to walk backwards, turning your head side to side. Repeating it, turning your head side to side forward. And as you walk backward, turning your head side to side. You can do that exercise very slow, beginning with holding on. And as you get stronger with your vestibular ocular reflex, the connection between your eyes and your ears, you can speed up that exercise. The final gaze stabilization exercise requires moving your body up and down while turning and keeping your gaze stable. So find a chair. Once you find a chair, stand in front of the chair. Have yourself a seat in the chair. Then stand up, keep your gaze stable, begin to turn yourself, find the same steady gaze, and then sit yourself down. Stand up, opposite direction, gaze stable first. Turn yourself, steady your gaze, and then sit yourself back down. Now, the first couple times that you do this exercise, please make sure that you do it nice and slow. And then, as you get stronger with your gaze and the connection between your eyes and your ears, you can speed this exercise up. Doing it daily 3 to 5 times will really help improve that balance and your vestibular ocular reflex. You have now finished the 7 daily exercises for vertigo. These Cooksey-Cawthorne exercises or gaze stabilization exercises, when done every single day, will help you improve not only whatever vertigo symptoms you have, but it will create a strong connection between your eyes and your ears and enhance your balance. Now, if your vertigo has worsened for whatever reason, maybe you've traveled, maybe you've been dehydrated, maybe you've had a virus and you're sick, and those inner ear canals have gone a little bit crazy, often known as BPPV or Benign Paroxysmal Vertigo. It's a mouthful. There are 3 sequential exercises or maneuvers that can be done to help enhance the symptoms you're having when you're dealing with BPPV. Many times people rely on going to a physical therapist to do these maneuvers, but I want to teach you how you can do these at home. To do all 3 techniques, you will need a bed. So find yourself near and on your bed, and we will begin with the first exercise or maneuver. The Brandt-Daroff exercises is a simple technique that can be performed every single day when you are dealing with BPPV. It is an exercise that requires you simply to turn your head and lay down to your side. To perform this exercise, have yourself seated on the side of your bed. Then, turn your head 45 degrees to the left. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, lay yourself down to the right with your head staying 45 degrees to the left. Hold yourself here for 30 seconds or 5 breaths. As you do so, if there is some dizziness, make sure you stay here until the dizziness subsides. Then take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, push yourself back up into a seated position. Repeating on the opposite side, allow yourself to turn your head to 45 degrees. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, lay yourself to your left side, head staying turned 45 degrees. Maintain yourself laying on your left side with your head rotated right 45 degrees for 30 seconds or 5 slow breaths. Then, once that time has elapsed or the dizziness has resolved, take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, push yourself back up into a seated position and unrotate your head. Performing the Brandt-Daroff exercises 5 repetitions to each side 3 times per day has shown to 95% improve BPPV when done consistently. If after 2 to 3 days of doing the Brandt-Daroff exercises, the BPPV has not improved, the Semont procedure or maneuver can be performed as a more aggressive technique. Doing the Semont requires you to roll on the bed, but outside of that, what you're doing with your head and your neck are really exactly the same as the Brandt-Daroff exercise. So find yourself sitting on the side of the bed. Allow yourself to turn your head 45 degrees to the right. Then, just like the Brandt-Daroff exercise, lay yourself down opposite to the left. Hold yourself there for 30 seconds or 5 slow breaths until the dizziness resolves. Once 30 seconds have elapsed, you're going to turn your entire body 180 degrees so that your head is turned and looking down and into your bed. As you do so, allow the head to stay 45 degrees turned to the right. Then keep yourself into that position. Hopefully, the canalith has repositioned or those little tiny sands in your canals have started to move. Let the dizziness subside. 30 seconds pass, 5 slow breaths, and then conclude with sitting yourself all the way up and unrotating your head. Doing that exercise will allow you to move the crystals that are in the semicircular canals. It is more aggressive. It may promote more than just dizziness as you turn your head and lay side to side. If, on the other hand, it's the opposite side that is bothering you, you would do it in the opposite direction. Let's try that. Have yourself sitting on the side of the bed. Turn your head to the left. Allow yourself to hold there. Then take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, side lie to the right. Keeping the head 45 degrees. Allow the dizziness to subside. 30 seconds to elapse or 5 slow breaths. Then, fully rotate your entire trunk and body 180 degrees. Your gaze is 45 degrees downwards and still to the left. Holding here 30 seconds, 5 slow breaths, or until the dizziness subsides. Then taking a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, pushing yourself up into a seated position and unrotating your head. The Semont technique is that easy. As you do that, if in 2 to 3 days, doing it 3 times a day, you do not have a resolution of your BPPV, time for the gusto. The big maneuver that is often needed if the crystals in your ears are really stuck. The Epley maneuver, the final most aggressive technique for your vertigo. This technique, often done by physical therapists, because it requires your head to go into a backward bend extension. It requires a faster movement. And unfortunately, sometimes it will bring on more than just dizziness. So caution with doing this at home. Make sure you have someone that's there to supervise you. Have yourself on your bed. Your head will need to come off the end of the table. So lay yourself so that you're close to the end of the table. Turn your head 45 degrees to the right side. Then as you lay yourself down, extend your head off the end of the bed. Hold yourself here for 30 seconds or hopefully until the dizziness resolves. Then allow yourself to turn your head quickly 90 degrees to the opposite side. Holding yourself here, allowing again the dizziness to resolve. 30 seconds, 5 breaths. Then quickly turning yourself to the left side, head goes straight down, and then quickly sitting yourself up and turning your head back to the center. As you do that, there is hope that you at home can make that technique get rid of your BPPV. But there is a possibility it may make you sick. So maybe having a bucket or a basket near you will help. Doing it for the opposite side, you would lay so that your head will be going off the end of the bed. Turn your head 45 degrees to the left. Lay yourself down, extend your head over the bed. Hold yourself here 30 seconds, 5 breaths, or until the dizziness resolves, hopefully. Then quickly turn your head to the right 45 degrees, still an extension. Does it resolve? Then finally, quickly rotating to the right, head goes down, pushing yourself up, and then unrotating the head to the center. Again, caution, it may make you sick. But that is the Epley technique and the final and third procedure or maneuver for your BPPV. 7 gait stabilization exercises, 3 techniques for BPPV. Hopefully, your vertigo is gone and you can daily manage it. Now, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, as well as don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Have a great day.